The woman gave birth prematurely after only 8 months of pregnancy. On the night she went into labor, a storm raged outside with howling wind and torrential rain, thunder roared, and powerful figures across the world sensed an immense force about to be born. Even the magic in the air grew restless, and it even brought a rare meteor shower. As the first light of dawn rose, Mike was born in a small wooden cabin. He was a boy destined from birth to become king. In the not-so-distant future, he would even be revered as the ruler of the 7 seas. But at the beginning of the story, he was just a 3-year-old child. One day, Mike sneaked onto a boat, and went out to sea with his father, Kevin, to fish. Worried his son might fall overboard, Kevin kept a close eye on him the whole way. But as they prepared to head home, the sky suddenly turned dark with thick clouds, followed by a fierce storm of wind and rain. Mike climbed onto his father's shoulders and pointed in a certain direction. When Kevin rowed that way, the sea soon grew calm again. This made Kevin realize that Mike seemed to possess some kind of special power, one that might change the world. Soon, 2 more years passed. Mike was now 5 years old. Although his family kept quietly to themselves, they were often insulted by the villagers. The country was at war, and Kevin had once performed many heroic deeds on the battlefield, earning him the status of a hero. But now he had grown weary of war and only wanted to live a peaceful life with his wife and child. Because of this, people blamed him, called him a coward, and some even beat him up. Mike couldn't accept it. His father could easily have knocked those men down, yet he never fought back. Mike even thought he was a coward. Kevin felt helpless about this, but he didn't expect a 5-year-old to understand him. That night, while Kevin and his wife were talking, noise suddenly came from outside. Mike came running back, panting. He had found an injured man by the river. The man introduced himself as a wandering merchant who had drifted there after a shipwreck. Seeing that the man, named Kid, looked harmless, Kevin took him in to recover at their home. During this time, Kid would share stories of distant lands with Mike every day, stirring the boy's longing for the wider world. A few days later, once Kid had healed, he packed his bags to leave. But just then, several soldiers appeared outside the house. They were searching for spies from another country. As soon as they entered, Kid swiftly took them all down. When Mike ran out upon hearing the commotion, he saw only Kid with murder in his eyes. It turned out Kid was the spy. He then took Mike hostage. Mike's mother begged the villagers to save him, but no one made a move. Fortunately, Kevin returned just in time, yet he chose to kneel before Kid, pleading for his son's life. He claimed that if Kid surrendered, the country would surely spare him. Hearing this, Kid became enraged. He declared he would never betray his homeland. But in that moment of agitation, Kevin rushed forward abruptly and ended Kid with a single slash of his blade. Although Mike was saved, Kevin was arrested for harboring a spy and was to be forcibly sent to the front lines to fight. Seeing this, the villagers gathered around, shouting that Kevin's family were traitors and demanding they leave the village. Some even tried to force them out physically. At the critical moment, Kevin stopped them. He then tore off his shirt, revealing a body covered in terrible scars. He wanted these villagers to understand what real war looked like. Seeing his mutilated physique, the villagers who had been shouting wildly moments ago now grew frightened one by one.